Yo, what's going on today, guys? A little bit of a different video, but yeah, dude, we got a special package sent, and I've been trying to figure out how to open this like on stream, with my cheap webcam, and I think the best I could do is to use my camera, and I don't have a tripod, so we're gonna like figure this out, but it's probably gonna be scuffed as hell. Yeah, so we actually got sent a special package. So this package was sent by the creators of Elestrals. So A Drive, a fellow YouTuber actually who used to do Pokemon content and has now created their own card game, reached out to me on Twitter. And I think the fact that they just reached out to me, dude, like found my small channel that, like nobody really knows who I am. And they basically asked, if they could send me this, and I accepted. I didn't really know a lot about the game. I've heard about it before, but they said they were gonna send me this. And I checked out the game, and I will talk about the game, but let's just open the package and let's just first see what they sent me, because apparently they sent me this like a whole big box, and I've been waiting to open this for like 2 weeks trying to figure out how to set this up. And unfortunately, bro, it's gonna be scuffed, but let's just get into it. You already know, bro, we always do everything scuffed, like I said, man. So we got this garbage knife. I don't have a box cutter here, so we're just gonna simply open this up. Hopefully it's not really focusing, bro, but using this with one hand, it should hopefully open up now. I could put this down, hopefully like right here. Just rip it open, man, and holy, there's a bunch of styrofoam, bro. There's a bunch of these stupid styrofoam things, man. But yeah, let's just open it up. Gonna need to cut this a little bit more. All right, there's actually a lot of the styrofoam, bro. Like we can't even see like anything in the box. So I'm just gonna reach in because I am not taking this out, bro, and picking it back up. We're just gonna reach in and try to find something, and then whatever we find, we're simply just going to grab. We have a huge box here. This might just be the only thing in the box. Yeah, this is oh wait, this box is actually hella sick, dude. Hold up. Okay, yeah, so we have this main box here. We could like, let me pull it up. So this looks like it's from their, oh my God, I almost fell over, bro. So it looks like this is from their main set. Hopefully this like focuses, dude. So this is from their main set, or like one of the sets like Firestorm we see here, or you see here, obviously Elestrals is the name of the game. And yeah, dude, I think that might be the only thing in the box, to be honest. No, there might be something still in here, low-key. No, I don't think there is. I think that, okay, so I think this is the only box in here. Yeah, there's nothing else in here. There's actually just nothing else in here. It's just a bunch of these styrofoam things. So yeah, let's just like take a look at this box, man. So I mean, we can already see here. I'm not gonna cap, bro. Like this design is sick. I mean, the box is just like a cool. I mean, it's gonna be a cool like thing to just like store stuff as well. But yeah, let's just open it, man. Let's just see what's in here. So we have like a little welcome to Elestrals, man. Like a little thing with the community, bro. Can you please focus camera, bro? Oh my God. So you can see here, like a welcome to Elestrals, talking about like some like participate in events, how to do all that stuff, online resources, which is like a cool little paper. And like, playing casually and then playing competitively of like starter decks, upgrade your decks. Like they give you like websites, which I just think is cool, like giving people like resources like right away to like how to find stuff, is always cool. Oh my God, hold up, bro, hold up. I was like picking this like, this bubble wrap up. This shit is sick, dude. Wait, this is actually like the spirit I'm using for my deck, because the decks I've been using so far are like water. This is actually hella sick, I'm not gonna lie. Like this might be the coolest thing from this box. It's like kind of like a dolphin hybrid thing. I don't know exactly. It's like a dolphin and like maybe like a fish combined. Maybe it's not a dolphin, bro, but it really does look like a dolphin in the game. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of sick. Like this is actually pretty sick to have. So that's like the first thing. Yeah, dude, we have some packs and stuff. So if you just like get into that, like I know this is stuff. So we have like a couple packs here. We have a. Looks like they actually gave us, dude. They actually gave us a whole booster box, which is sick. This is, at least I'm assuming this is the whole booster box. Yeah, I mean, it just looks like it. Maybe it's not really. We have a double starter deck bundle, which is actually sick. So I can actually like hit on my brother and like, play this offline. We can see like, what does it actually provide? Okay, so it gives us 2 decks. It looks like it's one for Zeus, because I'm pretty sure like all this stuff is like based on like the Greek gods, and the other one is for Hermes. So I'll definitely open that I can open this up first, actually, low key, before we enter the packs, just because why not? And then we just got sent some like like little like dude, what are they called, bro? Like I forget what they were called for like Yu-Gi-Oh, but they gave us like like packs with like a promo card, bro. Then they had like the packs, like I think like 2-3 packs inside. So they sent us some of these as well, which is hella sick. Dude, this like plushie is like actually this is like my existence, bro. And yeah, so we got a couple packs. We got a booster box. So dude, like we just open up the starter deck, kind of like see what's in there, and then yeah, I can just open up the packs, and then I could kind of like I probably don't, I don't know how to open them, and like I don't have a tripod, man, like I said, but I really wish I had a tripod, dude, to make this way better, but this is just scuff, bro, so I do apologize for that. It's not gonna be the prettiest video. But, I'm trying my best, and I thought this would be better than just, having a webcam. Because if I had the webcam, I'd be able to, like put this up to the camera, show it, but I wouldn't be able to really open it on screen. So I thought using the camera would be, like, a little bit better. But maybe either way is kind of bad. Dude, I didn't even see this in the box. The box actually includes some booster packs, which I think is sick. I don't think I've ever seen another card game do this from, like, what I've seen. Or at least, like, the only card games I ever play in real life is Yu-Gi-Oh! So at least I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh ever includes stuff. I don't even think Yu-Gi-Oh has dual backs. Dude. I think they had like one, dude. But yeah, we have some packs, but we have we have the boxes or the dual decks. So we have the one for I don't know if this is Hermes or Zeus. Well, it actually is Zeus because it says Champion is Zeus, bro. It does not focus, bro. Please, that's like the best I can get it. So we have this. Then I think this should be the Hermes one, assuming. Yeah. So just like, we can talk about this real quick. I mean, the cool thing about Elestrals, by the way, this video is not sponsored. I probably should have said it at the beginning. But yeah, so like the cool thing is like, we have like these spirits, which are essentially like very similar to lands if you played Magic the Gathering, or like kind of like energy in Pokemon a little bit. But they're also your life force. So every deck has like 20 spirits. And you use that basically to activate cards, and obviously they are your life points. So if you do run out if you run out and you get attacked, or your opponent has like some card that forces you to lose life and you have 0, you will lose the game. So I just think the concept of your life being your like main resource to be able to play the game is just like something cool. Yeah, we have the 2 starter decks, which is hella sick. And we just have hella packs, dude. So I guess I could just kind of like open up the packs and kind of just like see what I get. I don't think there's honestly like no good way. I guess what I could do is like do something like this. I guess is like the best way, and if I get something sick, you can at least like hear my reaction. Because like honestly, I've played the game a little bit. I'm not familiar with every single card, so I'm not gonna act like I know if I got something like extremely rare unless it's shiny. So I could just do something like this. Also, like they give me like they give you a couple play mats, 2 play mats with the dual box, which I just think is just like obviously every card game does that, but like still it's really sick to see. I think the art on them looks pretty cool. Just from what I've seen. I also like the art style in the game. It's like unique. It's not like trying to like copy like a different card game, which is something I also enjoy. I hate when like a card game kind of like tries to pop up, be similar to like the big 3. And then yeah, why not? Let's just open some of these packs, bro, and like kind of like see what's up. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm either garbage or these packs are hard to open, bro. Like, okay, there it goes. Okay, first pack, we actually got a shiny. I'm not going to be honest, bro. I have no clue what the rarities are. But there are some cool shiny things in the background. Like, it's like glistering. So I don't know if this is actually super rare, but it looks cool. So I'm happy about it, man. This, it's a flame moth. I mean, it looks cool, bro. So we got another shiny. Dude, it is not, dude, this, okay, there it is. Yeah, we got another shiny. I think this one actually is like way rarer because like the whole background like glistens really. I guess this one does too, but I feel like it's more in frame. I guess maybe they're the same, bro. Maybe I'm just capping. But you know what? It's still sick to see. And yeah, let me just like open the whole thing, bro, and then let me just come back if I get anything like super good to showcase. I guess also showcase off the pulls. Oh, I didn't realize that like there's like a different pack. They actually have some tournament packs in here as well. So I'm assuming these are like maybe like special arts of certain cards, or like maybe they're like guaranteed stuff. I honestly, bro, like I said, I don't really know too much about the physical. I have been playing like the digital game, which I'll get into the second part of the video. But yeah, we just opened them too. Okay, so for the tournament packs, we got a couple shinies. We got like this one, which is in Parawatt. I think that's like an Emperor Penguin, like like electric type thing. We got this weird looking guy. We got Gorgon's Gaze. I think this is like an alternate art. At least it's the different one than the one that I usually see as like the mainstay for the online client. Which Gorgon's Gaze is like one of the powerful cards like in the game. 100% is like a counter spell. We got this, which I feel like is like a special rarity because like it's like even itself is like glowing. Got like a cool texture on it, bro. Like so I think this might be like a really rare rarity. Maybe it's just the average one, bro. And it's just like this card looks. But either way, so water types. I'm pretty happy about that, just because I like the water cards. And then this other tournament pack, we got another one, another water / like moon crescent card. So I mean, just the rarities on them do look hella sick. Like you could like kind of like see if I go more in the light maybe. Like it focuses, bro. Please focus. Yeah, like the background texture, bro. Like yeah. So unfortunately, from these little booster packs or container things, we didn't get anything besides obviously like the spirits that are guaranteed. I like the fact that they do give like the hollow spirits, the alternate like art ones. I don't know. I was about to say reality, bro. But they're shiny spirits, and as someone who is a collector, I think it's personally sick. Unfortunately, like we didn't get any shinies from the pack. I mean, we did get some cool cards that I will definitely need for the deck I want to pull in real life, but it's just like, yeah, no shinies, unfortunately. So now it's time for the big booster box, dude. Hopefully we can pull some cool stuff out of here. Like, hopefully I could pull some of the wall cards. I'm pretty sure I looked it up before, and they are from the set. So that would be pretty sick to get some of those. And yeah, dude, let's just like hopefully just get some godlike luck. It looks like inside of here there is a promo card. I guess let's open it. Let's just see what it is real quick. So, okay, I don't know if this is like... Okay, yeah, so I don't know if this is, like guaranteed to get the specific one, but it's like a full art holographic. So, it's just sick. Poseidon is technically the water guy. I haven't used this guy in my deck personally, but I'm pretty sure he is good, and there is a Poseidon version I can start running. But I mean, dude, it's a full art. It looks good. I'm not gonna lie about that. So okay, so we actually just ended up pulling this 2-star from the last pack. So this is gonna be Earthquake. This is a very strong support card. It basically just destroys something for like 2 Earth energy, or 2 spirits. I mean, and dude, I mean, this is for like getting a full art staple. I'm excited. This is basically like a full art, Pokemon box, like getting a Sabrina. So this is actually hella sick to get. Also, so far we've opened like maybe like 10 packs, dude. This is actually huge. Like there's so many packs in here. So I've already gotten 2 Globbies, which is hella sick because it's like the main deck that I enjoy playing. We got some like like hollow so far, but like the main things that this Earthquake is hella sick, and then these Globbies. I feel like maybe I'm pronouncing it right, but these are like the main cards I am looking for. You know what? I want to be so real. So we've opened maybe like 10 packs out of here. We got the Earthquake. I just talked about that. Yeah, I got hairy arms, dude. And so far we pulled some of these like hollows. We've drew another moth. Some like just one is like an Earth Spirit, which is cool. So it actually like synergizes with the Earthquake we just got. And we still have so many, packs. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to figure out a way to stream at some point after this video, and we could do another stream or just like video where I open these. I can open the rest of these, and then I could also stream the game after opening them on stream when I do figure out a setup, because I feel like it'd be more enjoyable like to be able to open stuff with you. But just to summarize everything that was in this creator box that they did send me. So we got the 2 structure decks, which are these cards in here. We could also see the box here. So we got a double starter deck bundle thing. So basically be able to play the game, with 2 people, which is like hella sick. The fact that you can just like pick something up like this up. We also got 2 of, where did they go? We got 2 of these ones that had a guaranteed, special hollow spirit with a pack also. We got a couple of the champion packs where we did get a couple of the cool cards. Like we got that Gorgon's Gaze alternate arts. We obviously have the playmats as we see here. This is all just the stuff that is not hollow that I have been opening up and that I haven't really been searching, because like I've been taking the water cards out, for when I actually end up building a deck. So we'll move on to the second portion when I talk more about the actual game. Like I said, I'm sorry for the scuff, A Drive and the Elestrals team. If you are watching this, I know obviously this is not sponsored at the end of the day. I really do appreciate you guys reaching out to me though. And I hope, if there ever is another opportunity like this, hopefully I have a better setup. But this was probably the best I could make it for now without spending any money, as I am saving up the move. So yeah, let's just get into the second part of the video, bro. Because I'm very honestly, dude, like everything they send me, I'm very like excited for. And honestly, I'm actually like, I'm not even doing this because they send me free stuff. I genuinely think this was just such a cool thing. Like, I've never opened a booster box for a card game because I just do not have the money. I've always wanted to open a booster box for Yu-Gi-Oh! And obviously, Pokemon Pocket is a little bit different, spending money, but yeah. The fact that I am opening up my first booster box is also something to me by someone who I used to watch. Like heavily back in the like Sword and Shield era, bro. Like as a teen, just like growing up playing the game. I'm just, like I said, I'm very glad that they reached out to me, bro. And I think it's super sick. But yeah, let's get into the second portion. Yo, what's going on today, guys? Apologies for the scuff with the camera, but we are actually on my PC. And yeah, we're actually on the, the digital platform to play the game. And like I said, this is not a sponsored video, and I was under no obligation to make this video. They did not pay me. Obviously, I said this is not sponsored. A-Drive, like I said earlier, reached out to me, and just as someone I used to watch do, the fact that they reached out to me, I think it's sick. Obviously, I'm not an Elestral YouTuber. Obviously, they're just reaching out to card game people, and I think just the fact, like I said, where like they reached out to me is hella sick. Let's talk about the game. So, what is Elestrals, bro? So it is a card game, and so my favorite deck so far is this Globby deck. I also used to play like a other one. I don't have that because I like forgot my password from the beta. So current deck I'm using is going to be basically focused around these water cards. We have a bunch of wells. I got a cool art of one of the cards I use, with like a galaxy theme. So that's just sick, and I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy this game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like you guys know I keep it real, bro. Like if like Pokemon Pocket, if I don't like something, I just say it, bro, straight up. I think the game is fun, and I do play it like now and then. Obviously, it's not my main game, and I do have stuff, so I'm not gonna act like I play 24/7. I enjoy the game. I do play it from time to time, and like the whole deck is based around this guy. And we basically have a spirit deck. So the spirit deck, you have like all these different elements, and you basically choose up to 20 spirits. You can see these little symbols here. That is basically how many spirits they need to be activated. Then some of them have like an additional cost, like for example this card, you only use one, but you have to expend another spirit to basically be able to use it, or like use another effect. I'm not going to explain the whole game to you guys because I'm not a pro. You can find a tutorial where if you do end up seeing this and want to try out the game yourself. However, I do want to say that currently the digital platform to play this on, you can download it on Steam. There are a lot of bugs. However, if you follow them on Twitter, they are being very transparent about, there being a lot of bugs currently in the game that they are working to fix. I know you can get soft locked, or at least at the time of recording, it is possible to get soft locked in the tutorial, which you could just skip. So, there's that. And yeah, so there are some issues. However, they are being communicative, and they are being very transparent with the issues that they are working to solve them, which I do like, because, if like, for example, if there was a bunch of bugs and they didn't say anything, that would just be terrible. But the fact that they are, like I said, transparent is very nice, and you just love to see it. And yeah, so this is like my favorite deck. I also had another deck, dude. We could just take this off. It was Krakatoa. I unfortunately lost the deck profile, bro, because like I said, I forgot my login, or maybe just like when the game went from beta to like an actual non-beta, just like the full game, I lost it. But one of the main things I really like about this game is that it is free to play. You have every single card unlocked. So if I just want to go make a deck, I don't have like a special account or anything. I have all these cards, and you have unlimited copies of every single card in the game, and obviously all the ones they do add, which I think is great. One of the reasons I don't play something like Shadow Versus, for example, is because it's too much of a grind. I don't want to unlock the cards. I think the fact that they chose to go a very smart monetization route, where like everything is free, and yes, there is going to be a shop and you can spend money in the game, but however, if you go to the store, all of the stuff is like really just cosmetics. Like it really is just cosmetic stuff, bro. Like you could buy like partners, profile pictures, and stuff. Like you probably like you can also earn these in game. I'm pretty sure just by playing the game. Like I said, like I'm not too familiar with all the systems, man. Like I'm not a pro. I'm not an expert. This is just from my experience. I'm pretty sure you can unlock these keys for playing. You have like the in-game currency to be able to buy it. Obviously, buying it probably just gets you more stuff. But from my understanding, the only monetization is going to be special artwork of cards and stuff like cosmetics for your account. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like I said,
I just think having every single card unlocked is a huge feature, and it's a big turnoff, dude, for some people who like play multiple card games, because it's just so hard to keep up to all the daily challenges. So it's like a game that I can just hop on from time to time, bro, and like, you know, try out some new stuff. And it's just fun. I really do like the concept, you know, of the spirits, like having the like your life force also be your basically resource. I just think it's fun. Like, it also has attack and defense, so it has like aspects of like Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic and Pokemon all combined into one in like a different form. And I just think, yeah, I genuinely think it's fun. Are there some stuff that I dislike about the game? Yeah, 100%. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like, sometimes like it's probably mainly the decks that I play, bro. But sometimes like my opponent draws like 20 million counter spells and I don't draw any, bro, and they just sweep me in the game. Sometimes, you know, it's a card game, you will not draw, and that's it. But overall, dude, like, let's just showcase off the game and let's actually play a game, just so I can show off some gameplay and I can play like 1 or 2 matches and the video like that. And I just hope you guys enjoy. Like, obviously, you know, it's not Pokemon Pocket, but it's another card game, and like I said, bro, they reached out to me and I'm under no obligation to make this. I want to just make that clear. I am simply just doing this because I really do appreciate them just reaching out to me. Okay, yeah, so let's just load up some rank, bro, with my water deck, and let's just see what the vibes are, man. Honestly, hopefully I don't get steamrolled the very first game. That can definitely happen. I'll try to like commentate, you know, the best I can. But like I said, bro, oh my god, dude, we actually just drew. Okay, so this is like good and bad. The fact that we're going first makes this hand playable, but like these are good cards. However, like I actually wanted to see some other things. However, I do at least have a searcher. You can mulligan in this deck, but it does cost you to expend some spirits. And I'm going to be greedy, and I'm going to just hopefully just rely on some top decks. But besides that, dude, I mean, we drew both of these. These are both very good. And yeah, dude, my opponent has something that can activate from hand maybe, but we just put this guy in defense. We could always just change it next turn. And this person, dude, the names are so hard. You guys already know I struggle with names. Basically, when I summon him, it allows me to search my deck for like one water card that only takes 1 water spirit. So I could add one of my wolves in my deck, you know, like the small ones, like one of these. And overall, like, I'm gonna add this one just because this one basically makes it so like it swaps my attack and defense. Like, this is basically what the whole deck resolves around, like swapping attack and defense, like because they have high defenses, and then when you know, summon them, they get hella, like, they can go offensive. So I'm gonna draw this one now just because I don't know what my opponent is playing. But there's also one that could change my opponent's attack and defense, like every card on the field. However, I just don't know what they're playing, so I'm just gonna get this guy as like a safe just to put him on the field, an attacker. Astro Rabbit is really strong, dude. This card is actually really good. This is like basically like a staple in every single deck. I'm playing 3 copies myself. It just lets you look at the top 3 cards and add one to your hand when it is, you know, given a electric spirit, so basically on summon. I could use this to negate the summon, however, or like negate the effect. However, I might need to save that for a later situation, so I think I'm fine. I also have Earthquake. I can go on like I can skip it. Honestly, you know, it is a bit like the game just came out. I'm not gonna act like the UI is beautiful or anything for a card game. Like, it is very clunky. However, I know in the future that they probably will 100% work on that, you know, and polish it up in the you know, coming months and year. But like, yeah, it is pretty scuffed. But I'm gonna be honest, bro. It could be worse, bro. It could just not exist. Like, you know, the pop-ups, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Sometimes the pop-ups do get annoying, but it's fine because at least like it's letting me. It's like telling me to use a card instead of just like not doing anything. I do have Earthquake, which basically just like I can just use like 2 Earth energies, which I only play 2 specifically for this card. And this is actually the one I got the full art of, bro, which I was very stoked about. So okay, I'm just trying like only supporters. What you can do, this is what they put this in attack though, which kind of tells. Okay, this kind of sucks. Because I'm going to destroy my face downs too. But they put 2 face downs. And the reason they put this in attack, usually put it in defense because it has 5 defense, you know. And then you never want to attack with it. I'm going to take the sacrifice. I'm just going to use Hurricane. I'm going to use 3 of the energies. I'm going to destroy my stuff face down. And I basically just want to summon my Galaxia And I just want to attack with both of my monsters is basically what I want to do. So I unfortunately did get rid of my card, but I did top deck a very strong one, so I was kind of okay with that situation. I could do this. You could also use your spirits to draw a card instead of summoning a monster, you know, in case you do brick. However, for now, at least I have this. I can summon this in attack, and like I said, when this is summoned, and as long as this effect is not negated, it will swap the attack and defense of all the water cards on the field, which is cool. I could also change this to attack, so I could attack them twice, and obviously when I attack them, because these are 1 spirits right now enchanted, I will take 1 life force when I attack directly. I can go to battle phase. I can attack this because for some reason they put it on put it in the defense. If they put it in the defense, it actually would have been pretty annoying because it would have just been kind of like a stalemate in case I draw something, and I probably would have just not summoned this and drew a card. Also, you know, I could have Earthquake, but I'm kind of saving an Earthquake for like a big monster whenever they do summon something. But yeah, I attack them, so they're just basically selecting what spirit they want to get rid of. And it looks like they said an Earth one. And they're playing something Bloom. Huh. Interesting. So they're playing some type of Earth deck. Honestly, I have no clue what this is. However, they do have 2 face downs. Kind of annoying, not gonna lie, but hopefully it's none of the good ones. But dude, we might just be able to keep attacking, man, and just kind of win like that. So they do summon something. So they do summon this guy. What is this? I guess 3 for each chanting it when this. Okay. Those damaging special send. All right, so that thing's gonna be annoying. And they are using, honestly, like I said, I don't really know what these cards do, bro, but it looks like my opponent is cooking and I'm scared. However, we do have Shield of Achilles, which is like one of the best cards. It essentially, they attack me and I just, you know, expend spirits and I basically prevent the attack. And I also put that thing back in their hand, which I'm like gonna have to use because I don't want my cards to die. Like they only do attack this, but it does, when it does little damage, it looks like it special ascends into something else, and I would rather that's just not happening. Plus, I think this is like an equip card, so I think if I use Shield of Achilles, and they are trying to sacrifice my guys, so I just know. But I could do that, and I could just do this, send that back up, and I hopefully, honestly, just draw a good card. Does that destroy the equip spell? It does not. That's fine. You can cast this, you can enchant it to 3. Okay, that actually is a pretty good top deck because this lets us search once again, cast an attack. And I think what I'm going to have to do 100% is I can save Earthquake. So there are like cards to replenish spirits from the graveyard, which is essentially what this is. Also discard Power Pokemon, Pocket Yu-Gi-Oh, whichever you do prefer. They also might Gorgon's Gaze this and not let me search, would actually be hella annoying. However, I'm really hoping that they don't do that. Exactly, so the Gorgon's Gaze just negates the ability, also prevents me from attacking, which is annoying, but it is what it is, man. I kind of figured they had that, you know, for the 2 face downs. But I still get to attack with my 2 guys. I could use some like Shield of Achilles or something, but I just take 2 spirits, they go down to 10, and I am in the lead, but you know, I will have to spend some potentially because they will probably just put that guy back down and attack something. Re-enchant it with the equip spell thing. I'm not too familiar with like all the terminology, like I won't lie to you. That's why I said if you did want to actually learn the game, I do recommend just checking out like a pro player, a YouTube like dedicated to Elestrals, because that's what I ended up doing, just because I found that was like the best way to like learn how to play the game. So my opponent activated the field spell. I don't know if it's called a field spell, bro, but essentially that's, you know, what it's called on Yu-Gi-Oh Stadium. So yeah, and this Elestrals get for each, okay, so they get +1 in defense for each earth energy that is attached to them, which is fine because, you know, this is a lightning type. Surprisingly, it looks like an earth type, you know, just because it is like brown and green, so that doesn't affect me at all yet. However, I'm assuming their deck is dedicated. I think they're in the same situation as me, where like they drew a bunch of like just monsters. Obviously, you know, I've top decked, like I top decked this, or like I got this guy, searched this guy, and then I got like a lucky top deck. But I'm thinking of potentially just using Earthquake, because I think if they attack me, they do special summon some special dude, and I might just have to destroy that because that's kind of annoying. Or they're just gonna sacrifice me. Oh, honestly, they just used something, and I have no clue what they just did. My opponent is cooking though. Why? Oh, okay, yeah, because they destroyed me. Yeah, I could put a water one. I have some cards to replenish my stuff, so hopefully I could just draw that. If not, I'm not gonna lie. My opponent is also running low on spirits themselves. Dude, I might be cooked if they special summon something. I can't destroy this guy, so I'm gonna have to rely on a top deck. Like, I can't destroy both of them, you know, with Earthquake. So there's a possibility, bro. I might just go smoke this first game. Oh, okay, so it does actually sacrifice that one. However, they do get a second attack now. This thing has to get Earthquake. It's the only way to make this viable. They just switched my guy to defense, which is cool. And they are attacking me, and this does make me get rid of 2 spirits, because, you know, so the reason I have to expend 2 spirits to, like, when they attack, because this has 3 on it, and this only has 1. So, you know, you just kind of do the math. I'm going to do 1 lightning, 1 water. I need the 2 earth specifically for this card. I can Earthquake, and then they're at a very low disadvantage. They also have only 1 card in their hand. So, like, I could, like, hopefully draw something good. That's a pretty good card. However, I am running really low on spirits, man. I gotta do this. And just destroy that. Like, it's my only option. Like, it is so tanky, dude. It just needs to go. I could switch this to attack whenever their turn is over. And, I'm gonna have to get rid of a water spirit to draw something, dude, because I don't have anything. That's a very not alright card. Potentially. But if they summon something, basically, it gets insta destroyed. So I think I low-key have this game in the bag. I could have summoned this, actually, maybe. Like, special summon it to just attack them for 1 more spirit. But I think I'm fine just doing this 1 attack. So you can kind of, like, see that this game is, like, way more slow-paced. Than like you know, like modern day card games, which is actually like one of the reasons I find it fun and relaxing. Because it's like, I feel like there's more like grind games, you know, it's more back and forth with your opponent rather than just like, you know, modern day Yu-Gi-Oh, which, you know, 100% does have that, and like stuff like Pokemon Pocket where you just kind of like attack. But I like all the, like, it's like kind of, it kind of, for me it feels like old Yu-Gi-Oh mixed with like aspects of like magic and stuff. Okay, they just summoned this cute looking thing, bro. I feel like I'm gonna get mopped. What does this do? When this draw a card, they just use 4 spirits, and yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro, like, I just need to destroy this. Like, if they don't have anything on the field, like, they just simply will just lose to me just attacking. So it's like, I'm fine with that, and I just want to destroy it, dude, because if they don't have anything to summon after this, like, maybe they just drew a card, but I could potentially just win from that. Although, like, we both are running low on spirits, which, like, is absolutely sucks. And at the end phase, if I top deck Astro Rapper and I get rid of my only lightning, this is gonna suck, but I have way more water cards, so I'm gonna get rid of my lightning. And if that happens, that happens. But it destroys. I attack them for 1 potentially, you know, if they have nothing. Let's see. Oh my god, this is beautiful. This has 0 attack and defense. But I think it should... It does have 0. Actually, I'm curious, dude. This thing has 0 attack. Wait, no, it doesn't have 0 attack. Why does it say 0? I swear I said 0 attack. Am I tripping? It's whatever. Okay, I'm just maybe stupid. But I attacked them for 2, dude, which means like if they really can't use anything else. And I have this in my hand, which swaps their cards attack and defense. So worst case scenario, if they do something big that has a high attack stat, I can just use this, drop it next turn. Provided, you know, I actually have spirits to be able to use. But it looks like they have nothing to use. I just attacked them 2, and it looks like I will win this match. Yep, attack them 2. I think it should be a GG's from here, just because they can't really, like, they can summon like 1 thing. They could have the a card that replenishes their spirits, and that'd be low-key kind of annoying. But we'll just find out, man. We'll just find out. So they did. So this is like a staple in every single... You basically use 1 spirit to get 3 back from the graveyard. So that's what my opponent just did. Ambrosia. And that was the card I was hoping that they just did not draw. Because now they get 4 back. And if they have... I mean, they could still not have a monster, which is fine. I could just attack them 2. But you know, I'm scared of them having like some way to cook me. Okay, so they use the spirit to draw something, but if they did that, that means they can't summon. So if I attack them twice, they have one spirit left, which means they can't really do anything. This card is good. If I had my stadium in play, which is Atlantis, I'd be able to special summon one of my guys from the Fallen, you know, water type. However, I obviously don't have that in play. And I still want to keep this guy in my hand. I should have put this face down actually just to scare them. But I'm just gonna attack twice. I mean, they have one spirit, dude, and they really can't do anything. I also could have just won the game by actually enchanting this guy to 2. And, you know, they would lose 2, but it's whatever. Like I said, bro, like it's just a fun, like it's like a cool game. Like you could play it casually, you could play it competitively. Like there is like a competitive scene. And yeah, I just think it's cool, man. I personally enjoy this more than Shadow Versus. Maybe that's a really hot take. But for me, this feels more like Yu-Gi-Oh! In like the card games that I like grew up playing. Whereas like Shadow Versus, like I'm just like, it's not like my type of game. So I do enjoy this game. Yeah, we got a W, surprisingly, first game actually. Anyways, yeah, I think that does it for the video. It's already kind of long, so I'm not going to include a second game. And yeah, I think I'll, you know, from time to time stream this game on Twitch. So if you do want to find my Twitch, it is in the description. Once again, thank you guys to A Drive and the Celestial team for sending me this package and reaching out to me. I truly do appreciate it. Sorry for the scuff once again, but hopefully if there ever is an opportunity in the future, I do have a better setup. Peace out. Have a lovely day.